So this question is about my workbook that I created, Unculture Yourself, to go along with the Culting of America book. Hey, Shannon. Shannon says, previous comments you made about starting on deconstructing your Swiftie identity and ending up working on your whiteness also helped to shape this question. The question is, does the workbook have you start with a specific concept to deconstruct, or does it have you do some brainstorming and then somehow zero in on what the next round of deconstructing is going to cover? So, good question. The workbook is intended to help you deconstruct your experience with some group, right? And it's really to get to the core of the worldview that group had you adopt or encourage you to adopt, right? So people think of cults as religious. Cults are not always religious, but they always have a worldview that you must adopt in order to be part of that group. I sort of jokingly was doing Swiftianity, deconstructing being a Swiftie, to see how well the book held up. And it has actually reinforced what I say, that Swiftie being a fan is an identity. You know, one of the first questions in the leader section, because charismatic leader is the first section, it was about like why you see this person as a leader. And it was what made me realize, like, I never saw her as a leader. I saw her as an alternate me. And it got, as mentioned in the question, into whiteness very quickly. That's because I think everything about Taylor Swift is tangled up with whiteness, and that's the reason she appeals to a lot of people. But there's also some questions that I've skipped because they just don't apply, because it's not a group. So you can use it to deconstruct any ideology, but if you got that in a broader way, more than from a specific group, there's probably going to be some questions that don't apply. I'm going to read you the introduction because I think it explains it. So in the introduction, we say, Unculture Yourself, a workbook for reclaiming your mind, isn't your typical self-help workbook. I'm not going to do that in cult land. This interactive companion to the Culting of America offers no gold stars, no patronizing affirmations, and definitely no just think positive platitudes. Instead, this is a space for honesty and reflection. It is not a one-size-fits-all guide to identifying cults, nor is it a place for judgment or shame. Instead, it will help you reflect on your experiences with groups, organizations, or ideologies, so that you may better identify patterns of control, manipulation, and coercion. It's also a creative outlet for processing your complex emotions through journaling. And if your group doesn't hit 10 out of 10, or you feel there's some questions that you want to skip because it doesn't apply, cool, skip them, right? Not every group that we need to deconstruct our experience with was a 10 out of 10 cult. The workbook has 11 core sections mirroring the structure of the Culting of America. The first 10 sections focus on specific aspects of cult dynamics, and the closing section looks at life beyond the group. Each section includes journaling prompts and self-assessment tools. The questions and exercises are designed to address a wide spectrum of experiences. Not all may apply to you. Although most of the questions and exercises in this book are framed in the present tense, you may find it helpful to reflect on groups you've been part of throughout your life. I've had people tell me they've gotten several copies and gone through it with several different groups. Whenever I use the singular group, feel free to consider multiple groups from your past, present, or present as you respond. As you learned in the Culting of America, a group can refer to any collection of people with a shared mission. A religion, workplace, fandom, club, fandom, sports team, school, military unit, professional association, online community, support group, political affiliation, ideology, affinity group, social circle, family, friendship, or romantic relationship. You may want to repeat some exercises to explore your experience in different groups. There is space in this workbook to write, or you can use your own journal, notebook, or computer. Go at your own pace as you engage with the prompts and exercises. Naturally, there are no right or wrong answers. Your reflections are for you alone, and honesty will lead to the most insight. If certain prompts feel too intense, it's perfectly okay to skip them or return to them later. If you're working with a therapist, this could be a great resource for you to work through together. Check out the workbook. I am I have only made it about halfway through myself. And now that I'm back from travel, I need to start again. Good reminder. You can get copies attached here of the interactive Unculture Yourself workbook.